Hello and good day. Welcome to our video channel, God's Promises. And today's video will be a fast, concise overview, Book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17. Let's get started now. The Book of 1 Samuel chapter 17 is a historical and prophetic book of the Old Testament, which details the life and events of the prophet Samuel, as well as the reign of King Saul and the anointing of David as the future king of Israel. One of the most famous stories in this book is the account of David and Goliath, which is found in 1 Samuel 17. This story is often used as an example of courage, faith, and trust in God, and has many important lessons for us to learn today. The story begins with the Philistines gathering for battle against the Israelites. The two armies were positioned on opposite sides of a valley, with the Philistines on one side and the Israelites on the other. The Philistines had a champion named Goliath, who was over 9 feet tall and wore heavy armor. He challenged the Israelites to send out a champion to fight him in single combat, with the outcome of the battle determining the winner of the war. The Israelites were terrified at the sight of Goliath, and no one was willing to face him. However, a young shepherd boy named David came to the battlefield to bring food to his older brothers who were serving in the army. When he heard Goliath's challenge, he was outraged that the giant would defy the armies of the living God. David told King Saul that he would fight Goliath, but Saul was hesitant because David was young and inexperienced in battle. David was confident that God would help him defeat Goliath, and he refused to wear the king's armor, choosing instead to use his own sling and 5 smooth stones. As Goliath approached, David ran towards him and struck him in the forehead with a stone from his sling. Goliath fell to the ground, and David quickly took his sword and cut off his head. When the Philistines saw that their champion was dead, they fled in terror, and the Israelites were victorious. The story of David and Goliath has many important lessons for us today. First, it teaches us about courage in the face of fear. David was not a warrior, but he was willing to face Goliath because he knew that God was on his side. We too can face our fears with courage and trust in God's protection. Second, the story teaches us about faith and trust in God. David had faith that God would help him defeat Goliath, and he trusted in God's strength rather than his own. We too can have faith and trust in God's guidance and provision in our lives. Third, the story teaches us about the importance of using our unique gifts and talents. David was a shepherd, but he was skilled with a sling and stone, which ultimately helped him to defeat Goliath. We too can use our own unique talents and abilities to accomplish great things for God. Finally, the story teaches us about the power of prayer. David prayed to God for guidance and strength before he went into battle with Goliath, and God answered his prayer. We too can pray to God for guidance and strength in our own battles. In conclusion, the story of David and Goliath is a powerful example of courage, faith, and trust in God. We can learn many important lessons from this story, including the importance of facing our fears with courage and trust in God, using our unique gifts and talents to accomplish great things for God, and the power of prayer. May we all strive to have the faith and courage of David, and trust in God's provision and protection in our lives. Thank you for visiting us today. Please share with us your favorite Bible chapter below in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help our channel grow. Looking forward to see you back here for our next video. Always take good care.